Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night. Am I audible to you? Am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Okay, uh, dear learners, I'm back again. This is Showman, your unprofessional host for tonight. But I'm not here for today for full program. Ma'am Salma will join us after a few minutes, and she will continue for hosting. And today we are going to present our webinar, expanding your virtual classroom with the Google Workspace. And I know that we have two eminent speaker from Philippines. They have their own identity, and I know that I believe they have their long identity. So I just want to hear from them, and they will introduce themselves to our learners, and they will take care of our learners for our today's total presentation. And after their presentation, we'll move for quiz competition. And after quiz competition, we have Q&A. So in between time, let me just allow me to invite our speakers, Sir Julius and Sir Reggie. Hello, sir. Sir Julius, we can
Hi,
hear you.
sir.
We can see you. So just switch on your camera that our learners can see you. We are in live now, right? And I just want to hear about yourself. Just
Hello, sir. Can you
introduce
hear me
yourself to
now?
our learners, sir.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Sir Reggie and Sir Julius.
Hello,
Now
sir.
this
Can
virtual platform is yours, and you can continue, sir. And you can share your screen with your presentation, and then the virtual screen is yours.
the one is noted, sir.
And today is something different. At the same platform, our both speaker will perform at the same time.
Okay, so
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir. Go ahead.
all right. So thank you, sir. Good evening to Philippines and hello to the rest of the world. I am Reggie Boy Fabro, a faculty from College of Teacher Education, Mariano Marcos State University. With me is Sir Julius Pomaras. Sir Julius?
Hello, everybody. My name is Julius, and together with me is Sir Reggie. I am a teacher from the Mariano Marcos State University College of Teacher Education.
So today, uh, we are going to focus and discuss on the following sessions. We are going to show you how to create a portfolio using Google Workspace for education. And at the same time, we are going to demonstrate how to build website for this new normal. As teachers and educators, how are we going to extend our classroom to our students despite these challenging times just to meet our learning objectives? And that is the call of expanding our virtual classroom through the use of Google Workspace. In this training, we are going to demonstrate how to create a portfolio, a repository of files where students can be able to access and collaborate for free. And at the same time, we are going to build a website to educational website for our students as well. So I would advise our participants, our viewers for today to maybe they can use their laptops or computers and they join us while we are going to demonstrate how to create an e-portfolio and build a website. Okay, so let's start our session. Sir Julius, please take away.
Thank you so much, Sir Reggie. So at this point in time, we would like to share our experiences to all our participants who are joining us right now. During the onset of the pandemic, our educational system has totally been changed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And one challenge that we in the academe teachers uh, faced is how to reach for our students. How are we going to reach out with our learners? And so it's good that we have tools to use in order for us to expand our classrooms. And we are so glad that we have this what you call Google Workspace for education. So let me start by sharing with you what is an e-portfolio. So when we talk about portfolio, this is collection of all things that are essential to us, particularly when we are in the teaching field in the academe. Okay, but this time, how are we going to bring our tools in a classroom wherein we are no longer confined in the four corners of a classroom, but instead we are now located in the virtual classroom? So I think the challenge here is how are we going to recapacitate ourselves so that we will be able to address the need of learners for them to be educated amidst pandemic. And so therefore this time, the e-portfolio is timely and relevant to develop for us teachers so that we can bring about and we can reach for our learners in that aspect. So at this point in time, I can say that an e-portfolio is a collection of take note, carefully selected artifacts that represents one's progress and accomplishment. I, being a teacher, for example, begin from a novice until such time that I have been starting to attend webinars, trainings at that, and conferences. And as I age up in the academe, as I stay long in the academe, it adds all experiences that I am experiencing adds to my confidence. It adds to my um, capability as a teacher. And with that, I can gather all of these experiences and put them into something and gather them together. At this point in time, if I have already started working on that e-portfolio, I can already see, I can already track, I can already trace where did I begin, where did I start, and look, these were the accomplishments that I had when I am a beginning teacher, and now these are already the things that I am able to work on. These are not the things that I have already created and have shared in the academy where I am teaching. Okay. Another thing is that when we talk about e-portfolio at large, this is a professional learning tool that one can use to reflect on one's growth as a teacher. Like what I have said a while ago, like when I was a new teacher, what am I capable of doing? And then later on, I am already exposed, I was given different avenue wherein I can already expand my horizon in the field of teaching. Looking back, I cannot totally forget the things that I have been doing because they have served as a precursor for me to become better and better in the field of teaching. As I look back, there are still things that I can gather from that experience because it has built my confidence to become a teacher. Another thing is that it connects those ideas to one's emerging practice and communicate one's accomplishments to prospective employers. By using ePortfolio to document one's professional goals and accomplishments on a day-to-day basis, and by growing and monitoring one's own personal learning network, one can easily track and demonstrate one's learning and achievements over time. Like for example, um, I have been gathering some experiences, some trainings. I have been invited as speakers too. When I will have to present myself in a particular agency, I don't need to hurry. I don't need to worry about where to get all of my credentials because rest assured that they have been organized. I don't need to carry with me a bulk of paper. I don't need to carry with me a lot of documents, but instead, all of them have been organized. All of them have been put into one place, into one drive, which is very essential in today's generation. All right. Another thing that we should always remember when talk about e-portfolio is that it uses electronic technologies, allowing the portfolio developer to collect and organize portfolio artifacts in many media types like audio, video, graphics, and text. Imagine that before, what we can only bring in our classroom is that we can bring our projector, right? We can bring our paraphernalia, right? So at this point in time, those are some of the things that are becoming obsolete in the field of the academe. Why are you going to bring with you projector? Why do you need to bring with you a lot of materials in the classroom? While in fact, we can already utilize all of the resources that we can find from the internet. But there's one tip that I would like to give you today. Um, if you are going to look for resources from the internet, before you go to class, I suggest that you have to review every part of the material. You have to review, you have to watch the video, you have to listen to all of the video clips that you would like to present in class, because that is something that will speak of who you are as a teacher. That will speak of your readiness, that will speak of your capability as a teacher, and that will speak of your readiness when you are going to face your audience, which are your students. Okay, before, there are a lot of materials that teachers bring in the classroom, but this time, with one device, you can already show to them a video clip that is relevant to the topic. You can make the learners behave and listen using their own devices. You can actually show to them graphics that are already prepared ahead of time or that have been downloaded from the internet, provided that you are going to acknowledge the sources. There have been a lot of definition about what e-portfolio is all about. But I guess we are being boiled down to one idea of what an e-portfolio is all about, right? So when you talk about e-portfolio, all of the things that you would like to put into an organizer with a certain theme, with a certain category, but this time it is no longer the printed ones. These are already electronic in nature. I remember this reminds me of my experience when we were tasked to prepare documents for accreditation of our school for the standard organization for ISO. I meant, okay? Before, we carried a lot of documents, but this time during our next evaluation, what we did is that we transform our documents in electronic documents. And this time, whenever we have like accreditation, it is so seamless. It is so easy now to present all of our documents because with just one click of our e-portfolio, we can already show to them all of the things, all of our evidences, all of the documents that we would like to show them for such purpose. So basically, an e-portfolio is an effective way to build and maintain a strong career portfolio, as well as a dynamic professional development plan. So if you are a teacher, what would you like to show to your colleagues, to your employers, all of the things that you would like to show into, it's all in the portfolio. If you are an organization and you would like to present what is your organization is all about, then you can come up with an e-portfolio. That is the basic knowledge about an e-portfolio. There are a lot of benefits of creating an e-portfolio. I'll give you one. Number one, it provides continuity through a learner's lifelong learning as they move between learning providers. Now, at this point in time, this is already on the aspect of the learners because a learner, as they are enrolled in the course, they can already put artifacts, they can put their observations in the e-portfolio that they're trying to come up with. They can, or perhaps because our learners today have become globalized, right? And so with us teachers, we have been globalized too. They have become more adept when it comes to searching from the internet. And if this learner is provided with the learning course material or with the syllabus, the learner can already search from the internet. Probably the learner would look into the YouTube and will type the topic that has been included in the syllabus. And this learner later on found out that this material is a good source of information, which he or she can share later on to class. And so how will this student organize now a video from the internet, a PDF from the internet, a downloaded article or a journal from different resources? How will this student now gather all of these things? This can now be done by creating a portfolio. Another thing is that it helps learners to take control of their learning and their lives by reflecting on their activities and planning future directions because the student can already assess himself or herself. These are the things that I have gathered from the internet. These are the things that I have gathered from my research. Are these enough for me to capacitate myself, for me to be able to understand the lessons that are stipulated therein in the learning course material? Another thing, it provides a learner centered rather than course centered view of learning. The learner now is becoming um, the learner is given the opportunity to learn on his own because that is our goal. We have to let our learners learn on their own because as teachers we are no longer just confined to the classroom and called classroom teachers, but we are now called LXD, learners experience designers. We keep on designing, we keep on creating activities that these learners will be able to do later on. If these learners will be able to experience the activities that we have created, that we have designed, then rest assured that this learning adventure experience will talk about learner-centered aspect on that matter. All right. So now at this point in time, other benefits of the portfolio gives appropriate views of achievement and learners work appropriate to appropriate people, facilitates a wider variety and more authentic forms of assessment and accreditation. And another one is that it complements credit-based approaches to flexible accreditation. Also, by building an e-portfolio, this helps with the continuing professional development by encouraging reflection on practice. What have you been doing and how are you going to improve yourself? By encouraging reflection on practice, linking this with learning activities and sharing with one's team. Also, this will serve as a records of skills, assets, achievements, and plans of group of people. For example, a team, to a school, or to a certain community. By doing all of these things, by creating an e-portfolio, it is very fitting that we are being backed up by a framework, and this is called the Addi Model. The Addi Model has several parts, wherein it allows us to analyze what is missing, what is needed. And when we can finally identify what is missing, what is the gap, then now we can now start designing, we can now start creating. After creating, we can already try it out. Then, after trying it out, we need to find out if this tool that we have created is valid, is reliable. Then that is the time that we have to evaluate it. And this cycle goes on and on. This is the aim of the Addi model to better our own craft. This point I would like to show to you the features of Google Sites. You can select the theme that you want to. You can create the template that you've been dreaming of. Okay? You can There are sections where you can embed a video, you can embed a graphic, you can include infographics in that. You can even upload files from your date from your drive. Okay, there is also one thing that really excites me the most. Suppose I am working with a team, then we can work collaboratively. That is on real time. See, look at how look at the benefit of this e-portfolio. In the creation of e-portfolio, there is already a collection of creativity in building up an e-portfolio if you are working on a team or with a team, I should say. New Google Sites examples community, all of these things are the features of the Google Sites. And so at this point in time, I would like to show to you some of the basic parts or the interface of the what you call e-portfolio. Okay? Allow me to share my screen. I hope you can see my screen. Is my screen visible?
I think it's not yet visible, sir.
All right, let me share once again.
So may we ask our participants if they would like to have some demonstration with them on their homes. They can be able to use their laptops, computers, and join us as Sir Julius will be demonstrate the e-portfolio.
All right, now it's here already. Okay. Can you see my screen, sir?
Not yet, sir. I cannot see.
Okay.
Okay, so it's loading.
Okay, thank you. Maybe just taking some time. So I think I am having technical difficulties. So at this point in time, I will allow my partner, Professor Reggie Fabra, to do the honors. Sir Reggie.
Okay, sir. So, Sir Technical, please allow us to share our screen. Nila aki true all false kung kuna naman.
If we can have assistance from the technical team, we are unable to share our screen. So please allow us to share our screen. Thank you.
Hello, Sir Showman. Are you there, sir? Sir Showman? Would you mind to allow our screen to share, sir? So that we can able to demonstrate on how to create a portfolio. Thank you. Sir Showman.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir. Please share our screen, sir. Allow us. Okay. All right. So thank you, Sir Showman. So this is our Google Drive. Basically, we are working here the what we call Google Workspace for Education. So we will be using tools from this platform, and Google Workspace for Education is commonly known as G Suite for Education. So right here, I'm sharing with you my screen, and Sir Julius will be demonstrating on how to create an e-portfolio. The tool that we are going to use to develop an e-portfolio is Google Sites. So as mentioned by Sir Julius a while back, that in developing material, it should be anchored to the Addi model. For A, it is analyze, D, design, D, develop, I, implement, and E, evaluate. So with this model, we're going to use this to develop a good and collaborative and reflective e-portfolio. So to start with, this is our Google Drive. To create an e-portfolio, we are going to, uh, we are inside the Google Drive, and we have to click the new button and then scroll down. Then you can see more, and then you can see Google Sites. Okay, so there is also another way to open Google site. We just have to click here in the app launcher, or we call it the waffle icon. So if you click this, you can scroll down, and then you can see here sites. And the other way is to type in the omnibox the name of the site, of the tool rather, so that it's sites.google.com. Okay, like this. All right, so since we are here in our Google Drive, we just have to click the new button and then click Google Sites. Okay, so just click create and share. So we are now creating a new Google site. So in this canvas, everything is being customized by you, okay, by the developer. So this is the environment of the Google site. You can see here on your right part, we have here the tools, which are insert, pages, inks. Okay, so I'll give it to Sir Julius on how to demonstrate using Google Site to create an e-portfolio. Right now, I have shared this folder to Sir Julius so he can able to access and edit the files in this folder, which is Institute of Global Professionals. So to share this, I would like to show you on how to share this particular folder. So you just have to go this icon shared, and then a window will display, and then of course you have to type the email address of the person whom you are going to share with. Okay, so make this person as editor so he can able to edit, add, and make changes to this tool, which is Google Site. Okay, so Sir Julius, you can now proceed on the demonstration.
Thank you, Sir Reggie. So if you can see here, there are two folders of ePortfolio. So I am clicking the first one, and I will have to go here to the waffle and create a blank folder or a blank project. Hindi pa nag-open. Mm. So at this point in time, we're trying to open a blank site here.
Sir Showman, please allow us to share our screen. Okay, thank you, sir. So this is the e-portfolio. Okay, so right now, I shared this to Sir Julius so that we can able to work collaboratively. So as I have mentioned a while back, that uh, the interface of the e-portfolio, in the right part, you can see the menus or the tools, insert pages and themes. Okay, so Sir Julius would like to demonstrate on how to insert tools from the insert menu. So Sir Julius, please go to the insert menu and then show us on how to insert tools and discuss us what are these tools.
All right. Thank you, Sir Reggie. So at this point in time, I am already here in the interface because I am a collaborator of this output. I can edit it and um, real time you can see the changes that I will be making. Okay. So to start with, I am going to start with a new page. Okay. So by doing so, I am going to click pages. And here, I am going to click the plus sign here. Suppose I'm gonna make this as my home later on. I'm going to type it there. Is it changing, Sir Reggie?
Yes.
Did you see the changes? All right, thank you. What changes has been made? Okay. All right. Mhm. Hello, can you hear me now? All right, so at this point in time, we are totally in a blank page. So we're trying to build out now our or come up with our e-portfolio. So what we are seeing here right now is a blank page. This is the header wherein we can customize it. Can you see it? If I could ask assistance from our technical team for me to be able to share my screen, ask, thank you. So what you are seeing right now is actually a blank page. Okay. So here, this is a new interface. This is the interface of a new site, and I called it new project, or probably I can call it already e-portfolio. All right. At this point in time, this is now the name of my project, e-portfolio. Here in the header part, you already have a preset here. So when I say preset, you can already type in the title of your e-portfolio. Or probably you would like to delete it. You would like to delete it here, and you would like to change the header here. By doing so, you can select an image, you can upload an image which is already in your drive perhaps, or that is already in your drive, I should say. So there are things that we have already uploaded in our drive, and this time we can upload them and we can use them whatever it is that has been placed in our drive or in our computer or in any place where you would like to later on upload or get the files to be added into your header. Okay? Isa po namang i-build. Sir Reggie, can you please continue the project, sir? I'm having glitches, Sir Reggie. All right. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, now, Sir Reggie.
Sir Yeoman, please share our screen. Thank you. Okay, so thank you. Can you see my screen, Sir Julius?
Now I can see Sir Reggie.
Okay, so this is what Sir Julius was telling us. So he just created a new blank canvas of Google Sites. So we are now here in our new document. So we're now going to start to develop an e-portfolio. So right on your upper left screen, you can see Untitled Site. So we are going to rename this as this will become your file name. So we are going to name it as, let's say, Project ePortfolio. So this project ePortfolio file will be stored in our Google Drive. Uh, to share with you, we are using an school account because in Google Workspace, there are actually types of accounts. So I would like to reiterate that in personal account, there are also limitations and features that don't work in the school account. So there is also another account, which is a Google Workspace account. So I'm using here a school account. To know that this is a school account, I would like to go back to my Google Drive, and then I would like to click here. Then I have here my email address. So there is an school account, and it shows a domain name. Okay, going back to my project canvas. So this is our e-portfolio file name, and then I was mentioning a while back that these are your tools in creating your e-portfolio. So in insert menu, we can see here text box, images, embed, drive, layouts, collapsible group, divider, YouTube, calendar, map, docs, slides, and many more. So these are essentials in developing your e-portfolio. So Sir Julius was telling a while back also that in creating an e-portfolio, it should be anchored to an Addi model. Okay, so here in the header, we can able to type here the name of the e-portfolio. Like for example, it's the name where we can able to see once this is broadcasted. So e-portfolio for let's say ICT. Okay, so ICT is the name of my class, and this is the overall name of this page. So once I highlight this, you can see there are options to see, or if you would like to tweak on the font face or font size, you have so many options here, like title and among others. If you would like to format it to bold, italic, underline, and if you would like to make the alignment to left align, right align, or center, then you can able to format the title and so on with this spacing and indentation. Okay, so I have just created a title of my the home page. See right down, you can able to see or you would if you would like to tweak on the design where you can able to insert an image, there are two options like upload and select image. So upload is when you would like to uh, upload a picture coming from your desktop, or if you would like to select an image that comes from your gallery in the Google site, you can see here images which are built in. Then you can able to choose these images by URL. If you would like to get an image coming from another source, then you can just type here the URL, or search. If you would like to insert an image coming from, or if you would like to search an image from the internet, then you can able to go here in the search. In the search, like for example, if we are looking for a computer, then the Google site, it will give you here a picture, a number of pictures of computers, and these images are labeled okay or labeled reuse, and we are not subject for copyright infringement. So they are okay for putting or inserting here in our canvas. And if you would like to insert also pictures from your Google Photos, then that could be possible. And of course, in the Google Drive, in your Google Drive, we can able to locate the source of our image where we would like to insert. Okay, so right now I'm going to search for a picture which, let's say, technology. Okay, so this technology I have here, then I would like to insert this one and then just click select. Okay, so as you can see in my screen, the Google site is trying to adjust its readability. So meaning there is this smart image where the Google site can able to adjust its quality so that you can be able to see it properly. Okay, so I have just shown you on how to insert an image coming from search option. Then there is also an option here where we can able to change the view or the design of our header by clicking here the header type. If you are opting to choose the cover, this is how it would look like. For a large banner, this is how it would look like, and banner, this one. And if you don't like to include or input an image, then just the title only. Okay, so right now we are going to use the banner. So we have just created a banner with a text and an image on it. So in our right part, this is the text box. Okay, so I can type here, let's say welcome. Welcome students, like this. So with this tool or text box, we can able to create a paragraph or content that is related or relevant to our subject. So perhaps if you would like to include in the homepage, that is the introductory part of your ICT or ICT class. Okay, so we can also insert image. Okay, so I have discussed a while back that there are two options, upload and select. And embed, okay, so an embed tool is where you would like to get a URL coming from another source. For instance, I would like to go back in my drive, and then as you can see here, I have a file which is Kotobe presentation, and I guess this is PowerPoint file. If I would like to this file to be inserted here in my homepage, I would like to open the file and then go to the file menu. So let's see where we can get the source or the URL. Okay, so here I just have opened my file and then go to the file menu, and then we're going to click publish to the web. Here, there are two options, the link and then and the embed. So what we are looking for is the code for this file to be inserted in our Google Site Canvas. So I would like to go to embed and then check these two options here, like start slideshow as soon as the player loads. So definitely if this will be checked in the Google site, it will be automatically playing or it will create a slideshow. And then after it finish the all slides, definitely it will restart again. So that will be the case, that will be some kind of design, and then click publish, and then let's click OK. And then after that, it will generate the code. So this is the code that I'm going to copy. You just have to click, select all, and then click copy. And then let's go back to our project ePortfolio and then click embed, and then click embed code, choose embed code, and then paste here our code, and then click next. And then it will show you a preview of the file. Okay, so there you have it. So just click insert. So the design and the file is now there. We can able to tweak the size or the design by trying to resize the file. So just like this. Okay, so I would like to have a design like this. I just have resize it and then like that. Okay. So there are times that if we would like to see the preview of what we are doing, so that every time and then we can able to tweak and modify the content and the design. So here in the right, I mean in the upper part, there is a preview button. So if we can click this one and then it will give you the preview of the totality of your design. So here is our design like this, okay? So the design or the preview mode offers three preview modes, such as the phone preview, something like this, and the tablet preview, something like that, and the laptop or desktop preview, okay? So we're going back to our canvas, and then we have just inserted or embedded a code from another source. Here in our drive, I mean this tool, okay, will give you also a design where you would like to insert a folder that could be accessed by your students. For example, here, I have just created a folder named Institute of Global Professionals. So as you can see here, and it's labeled in color blue. So once if I would like this to be shared by my students, I would like to share this to anyone with the link. Okay, so something like this, anyone with the link. And then I would set the permission settings to, let's say, editor, if I allow my students or my teachers to edit the content or to add more files to this drive or to this folder. If not, I will allow them to be commenter and viewer. The differences of these three is that the viewer is merely for viewing purposes, for commenter is for editing, but there are no, it will not reflect entirely on the folder. And but for the editor, the people whom I have shared this can be able to organize, add, and edit the files or the contents of this folder. So I would like to make them, let's say, editor, and then click done. Okay. By the way, I would like to share with you this sharing is that when you are in an organization, what I have mentioned a while back that I am using a school account, it displays here the organization. So we are a faculty from this organization, Mariano Marcos State University, and I would like to greet our fellow teachers and students who are with us today watching us, and of course, anyone with the link. So anyone with the link, regardless of organization, they can be able to access this folder. So I would like to click anyone with the link and then click done. And before I forget, I will get the copy link for the embed code. But if we are using the drive folder here, then it will just allow us to see the folders in it. Okay, so we are looking for that folder. So I see now. So Institute of Global Professionals. Then it is now here in our canvas. Okay. So right now you can see there the contents or the files inside of the Institute of Global Professionals folder. So if students would like to access this file, then they can be able to access this file once this Google site is published in the internet. Okay, so we have just demonstrated on how to insert a folder in a Google site. Okay, so what are these settings on top of this folder or this tool? So it will show you the different I mean the different types of view, whether if you would like to make it list or grid view. So for grid view, you can see like this, okay? But if for list view, it will just summarize or just list the contents or the files in that drive. Then click done. If you would like this drive to be placed somewhere down below the Google slide like this, okay, we can just drag and drop where you want. Okay, so that's how we are using the Google site. Okay, so in Google site, actually, this is friendly tool where users can just drag and drop the tools in this platform. We are no longer trying to make some codes or like do some programming, because here in the environment of the Google site, you just have to select the tools that you would like to put in your canvas. Okay, so of course, also in our layouts, like for example, here I would like to click the first example. Okay, so this is a layout. So as you can see, there is what we call placeholder. So this is a placeholder and there is a button in the center. And if you click that, it will give you options to choose. So if you would like to upload a file or yes, upload a file from your computer, then you can do that by clicking the plus icon. So if you would like also to click select image, then of course it will bring you to the options like Google Drive, My URL, and Google Image Search Photos. And of course, if you would like also to insert a folder or a file from your drive, you just have to click from drive. And then if you would like to insert video from YouTube, then you can choose YouTube. And then, of course, if you would like to insert calendar. Yes, you have it right, calendar. If you are going to show your students the activities, what are the next activities to be done in your classroom, in your school, definitely you can insert here a calendar. So this calendar is Google Calendar, and that is another demonstration to create activities and so forth. So also we can include the map here. So this map, it is an it will automatically give you the address where you are, and you can able to set here the specific locations if that depends on your intentions and how you are designing or what you are trying to display from in here in your Google Sites. So right now I would like to select an image, and then I will get some image from my drive. Let's say, okay, so this one. Okay, so I'll just insert for the benefit of our discussion. Okay, so I can type here some caption like virtual background, and then I can able to add some other details of this picture. Okay, so let's say other details. Again, here, if I'm going, there are also tools that you can customize on your text, like the size, the face, etc. So here in our image, I have to tell you, you can able to crop and uh, insert some links. Okay, so if we would like this picture, once it is published, then it could be clickable. So to do that, we can able to click on the insert button, and then we can input here a link. So a link that could be, it could pertain to a link from another source, like for example, an internet, a page from the internet, or a file from your computer, or let's say a file from your drive, like that. That could be possible. So right now we cannot give you yet a link, because we have just created one page right at this very moment. We are just trying to explore first the different tools in the Google Sites. And here there are different layouts as well. So it's just, it's up to you on how you're going to choose. That depends on your design. Right now, you can see here an image in our dashboard. That means someone is accessing. So remember, I have shared this to Sir Julius, and he can able to access our Google Drive. At the same time, he can work with me. So gone are the days that we can no longer wait for a week, for a month, just to comply or just to finish a certain project. So at this time, we can now able to collaborate with people, and then we can able to accomplish or finish a certain project for a duration. So Sir Julius, if he would like to edit on the content on the Kanbans, canvas, then he can able to do that. Sir Julius, may I request if you would like also to just input your design, so while I am presenting it to our participants, and just edit, give some inputs, sir, and please.
Thank you, Sir Reggie. All right. So let me go back to the project where Sir Reggie is working on something. He has already given you some of the basic information that or the rudiments on how to create an e-portfolio. So at this point in time, suppose we would like to continue working on for this project, for this e-portfolio, and we would like to add a new page. This in the interface, we can click pages, and then we can add here now a new page by simply clicking the plus button. Okay. So, and because this is for the benefit of the learners, and we would like to provide them classroom resources, which later on these students will be able to use, then probably the next page that we would like to show to our student, we can label it with classroom resources, right? Let me click done. Okay. So if you notice, the same picture was carried out. That's just okay. And this one, we already have the preset title here. We can edit this by simply highlighting all of the text, and we can select what font style we would like to work on that. Okay. So now I am now working on the font style. I am selecting this one. And now there you can see it. So Reggie, can you see it real time? Thank you. All right. So now here, because we are in the academy and we would like to, we are developing would-be teachers later on. So perhaps I would like to include here a video, something that is beneficial to a would-be teacher. Okay. So what will I gonna do here now is that I am going to take note anything that you would like to put in here. So like, for example, add a text, embed uh, URL, upload a file from the drive, just double click on a blank area. So here, I am going to double click it, and it will have to show me here some options. I can insert picture. I can upload a file from my drive. I can upload a file from my computer. I can also get it from the internet, and at the same time, I can also embed something. So at this point in time, I would like first to put a label to what I would like to my students to see in this page now, in this page called Classroom Resources. So here I'm gonna call it videos. Okay. I'm going to position it at the center, highlight it, and select a font style that is similar to the font style that I have selected a while ago. It is necessary that we have to use only one font style for all of the headings, so that that would indicate that at this point in time, at this part of the Google site, there is something that is new that we are adding into our page, into our canvas. All right. So a video has already been placed in there, and now I would like to that my when my students will open this page, classroom resources, I would like them to have a glance of what a teacher is and what makes a good teacher is. Now, how will I gonna present to my students how will a good teacher be or look like, right? At this point in time, I have nothing. I don't have anything in here, right? Now I am only working on a virtual classroom. So at this point in time, I can double click once more here, and then I can search from YouTube already because I wanted to them to watch it and later on reflect from that activity. So here I'll just select and a link from YouTube. Remember, I already mentioned a while ago that for before you put anything in the canvas, before you put anything in the e-portfolio, it always have to it pays to check on the video, it pays to review the video, so that you are assured that whatever it is that you will be showing later on, it would fit and it will meet the learning objectives of a particular activity or a particular topic in that. So let me try to look for a video from the internet if I'll be able to see some good content that would show what makes a good teacher. So I'm just gonna type in the YouTube what makes a good. All right. So by simply searching from YouTube, because I would like to find a content, now I already saw one, which is from TED Talk. And as we all know, TED Talk is a reputable media platform that really gives good content. So I just have to click on this video now, which I found from YouTube. Okay. Then there is a part here wherein we can click here the share and copy the link. So I have already copied the link. Now it should show in the file of Sir Reggie where we are working collaboratively. I'm gonna double click once more, and I'm going to embed now the URL that I have copied from YouTube, and it's already processing. Sir Reggie, can you see the video already? Has it appeared? Yes, thank you. Now, you can navigate this one. You can position it in a manner where you would like to position it. But like I said, if the label here is video, or let's say, for example, videos, then you should have included several videos in this page already. But what is this video all about? Then probably you would like to add a title, and I will gonna click double click once more. I'm gonna click add text, and here I'm gonna put the title what makes a good teacher. All right. So if you can see it as I am typing it, it is or um it is being shown real time with Sir Reggie. Can you see Sir Reggie that all of the changes that I'm making in the file? All right. So that's it. Highlight it, select the font style, adjust the font size. All right. So here is now one content that has already been added into your e-portfolio. Now moving on, what else would we like to put in the e-portfolio? So we have here now the home. If we will have to click the home, it will show you a content, like for example, a PowerPoint presentation that has been prepared ahead of time. Also, all of the files that you have saved from the drive in the Google Drive, you can also put the one. And here I can see it here that in the home page, can we go back to the home page, Sir Reggie? We can see it here that, okay, there is here a picture with a link already. And in addendum here, you can also, it is also necessary that your students will be able to contact you. So let me just put in here in the home page, Sir Reggie. I'm gonna double click here. I would like to put add an image. So here, I'm going to search, this time I am going to use Google image search, okay? Then I am going to look for an icon, which of course, when my students will have to click on that, they will be able to reach out to you, they will be able to contact me. So at this point in time, I'm gonna click on Gmail. So here now you can see already several pictures or icons of Gmail. I'm gonna select one, and it's already added in here. So later on, what is this? What is this part of the canvas is all about? I'm gonna put title, wherein here they are going to contact me. Highlight it, select the font style that is the same font style that was used in all of the projects. Adjust the size, then position it in a place wherein the students will be able to see it immediately. Here in this image, you can already double click this one, and probably you can add also a link so that when they will click it later on, I'm gonna add my email address here, JC. All right, once more. And click apply. Okay. Did you see the email, Sir Reggie? So now, if I am going to select preview, of course, Sir Reggie, can you please click preview and point at the email icon that I have embedded therein, when the students will click that, sige, try to click Sir Reggie, it will navigate them in a page wherein they can already send me an email. So that is the benefit of combining all of the tools that we can learn from, we can take advantage from Google Workspace for education. Moving forward, what else would we like to add here? So now I am now ready in creating another page of this canvas. The first one is the home page. The second one is the classroom resources. And now what else would I would like to put here? Probably I am going to add one more page here and I'm gonna add a title and I will call it professional development. Okay. Because it is necessary that we are also encouraging our students to grow professionally on that aspect. Okay, can you see the third folder, Saraji? So here in the professional development, you can already search here probably webinars that the students will be able to attend to, and like what have we have been showing you a while ago, we can click on the link, we can just copy the URL from the internet from any sources, and we can embed here and we can make any adjustments. And all of these things, these are only a few of the features of the e-portfolio that we can do, but there is more that we can do here. Later on, Sir Garaji will gonna show you an e-portfolio that we have developed for one of the courses that we are teaching in college, and it is called the field study courses. Sir Raji, can you show them? Can you show them that one? So we will show you something that we have already developed and we have been already using in the school where we are teaching right now. And really, our students will just have to go in this page, and by just one click, they can already find all of the documents that they need to look into in that particular e-portfolio or site. Sir Reggie?
Okay, sir. Okay, so can you hear
All
me?
right. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so this is an output created by by our students, field study students. So I would like to show you how they created this one, and of course, and in this output, we can see the different artifacts they have created. So this one for the teacher, if they would like to check the outputs of their students or of his or her students, then he can be able to check here in our in this Google site. So I would like to click the preview mode and then see, you can see the home page, and then there is an introduction. I was telling a while back that this is just a pure text tool. Okay, so the text were just formatted into blue and for the size, etc. In images, we can also insert or upload GIF images. So it's not just like JPEG images. So there can be animated images so that it will just give beauty to the Google site or to this project. Likewise, other contents like this, okay? All right. So a while back, I have demonstrated with you on how to insert Google Slides with the use of code. So I went to the Google Drive a while back, and then I opened the file, and then I went to the file, and then click the publish to the web, and I got the embed code. So here, as you can see, this is the product of that kind of embed code. And also, you can also include here images and etc. In the images that they have created, it could also be redirected to another page. So as you can see in this image, once I hover to the image, it will redirect to another page, something like that. And it went to the FS1 menu. So in the FS1, there is also here the collapsible text, where something like it is frequently asked questions. So if there are viewers who would like to access this page, or who would like to um, view this page, they can able to uh, click these questions. Okay, so these are actually FAQ uh, tools. Okay, so collapsible text. Okay, so ayan. Okay. Here, I have demonstrated a while back on how to include Google Calendar. So this is good, a good design that will allow your students to see and be aware and be informed of the upcoming activities uh, that will be done to your classroom, to your school. So for instance, here we can able to see the activities. So today is November 16 actually. And for the upcoming activities, it will be midterm examination, episode for preparation on November 24, and so on. So if I would like to adjust the calendar into December, and then I can me as a student, if I'm viewing merely this Google site, then I can adjust and locate the months. Like for example, December, so these are the upcoming activities. In this way, I will be informed and then I will be aware of the activities to be done in my school, in my class, etc. Okay, so this is a Google calendar that is just inserted into our canvas. Okay. And this is also a Google Docs where we can possibly insert uh, the preview of Google Docs. So let me go back in my Google Drive. So for example, here, I think there's no, okay. So here, Institute of Global Professionals, in our main folder, I have to create here a Google Docs. Let's say Google Doc, and then create and share. So a new document is created. Let's say the title is sample, for instance. Okay, so I'm just going to type hello. Okay, so I have created a Google Docs named sample. So here I have here in our Google Drive. Okay, in our Canvas or project Google site. Okay, so this one, I can be able to include that as well in our Google site. So to do that, let's go to Insert menu and then click Google Docs or this one, this tool here, Docs. And let's locate that particular file. So I have here, I see it already, and let's just click sample or click the file. So here in our Google site, it will show you now uh, the file. Okay. So when we try to preview this one, okay. All right. So this one is the Google Docs. As you can see, I have just typed the hello, and this is now our sample. Okay, so this is how we can include or insert Google Docs. Of course, we can insert Google Slides, just what I have done a while back, and Google Sheets. So the Google Sheets is similar to other spreadsheet software like Microsoft's Excel, and of course, Google Forms. So the Google Forms is a tool used to conduct survey, or when you are a teacher and you would like also to create a quiz from this tool Google Forms, then we can able to insert Google Forms. Let's see if there is an existing Google Forms in my drive. Okay, so this there is an existing or pre-made Google Forms. Then I would like to insert that one. Okay, so this is a Google Form. Okay, so I have just inserted a Google form or a file from my drive, which is a form, a trainer's experience evaluation form. So this is how we include or insert productivity tools. We are actually referring these docs, slides, sheets, forms as productivity tools. Likewise, if you would like also to insert charts, okay? So inside the Google site, it will try to look on the different files that contain chart. So actually, uh, There's no existing chart here. For example, this one, okay? But it says there's no uh, spreadsheet or yes, so there's no chart in here, okay? So this is just I cannot find one, okay, chart. Anyway, that is how to insert a chart, okay? So again, these are the ways on how to uh, insert productivity tools and other tools like charts, YouTube, placeholder, divider button, image carousel. So going back to the output created by our students rather, this one. So you can see also here the form. Yes, here they have included attendance form. So this could be possible if you are a teacher would like to monitor their attendance by just going here in our Google Sites, then they can be able to have their attendance here. Okay, for example, if I'm a student, then I would like to have an attendance here, then I can just input my details and then click next and the rest. Okay, so this is how they have created. So the benefit of using or integrating or inserting Google Forms in a Google site is that all the tools in one file, we can be able to design a good output where the productivity tools and other services in the Google Workspace can be brought into one page. So here in the FS1 menu, if I would like to click on these submenus, we call these as submenus. So for the beta LED, of course, you can see here the title and the header and the image, of course, there, the introduction and the pictures of my students. Okay, so shout out to our students who are watching right now. So, of course, if I scroll down, okay, so the pictures, the designs, they have just, this is just a product of their creativity. Then they can be able to design their own uh, backgrounds, or what do we call that? These designs, okay? So another group of students or a section, of course, here you can see their images, their pictures. So if I'm going to select a student and I would like to check their outputs, for instance, okay, so let me pick one. For example, I would love to pick um, this student. So if I'm going to pick this student, it will redirect to his output, like for example, this one, okay? So there is now interconnectedness of these outputs of my output or my file as the mother of the Google site, where their codes are embedded or linked to my Google site. So I can see now their outputs like this. So then I can able to see the outputs like that, and just like what Sir Julius has demonstrated a while back, and how to input contacts, okay, like this Facebook, what is this one? Instagram and email, then that could be possible by just putting the Gmail address. Okay, so here in the menus of this student, I can see now his reflections, outputs, artifacts, and so on. Okay, so with this kind of design and with this kind of design, I can now able to trace and monitor his progress. So here also going back to my mother Google site, which I have created here on the home page, which is the FS1AR, okay, which I call it accomplishment report. I can see here now the accomplishment report or the progress chart of my students. Okay, so this is just a Google Sheet where I have created in another file in the Google Drive. Then I have inserted the code, or I have embedded the code of this Google Sheets. Okay. So this is how I have created or inserted the Google Sheets. Remember, when we are trying to insert productivity tools, so what are these productivity tools? Like, for example, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. So this is Google Sheets. If you would like to be displayed in our Google site, we just have to get the code, okay? All right, so that's it. Okay, for the another menu, this is FS2. Okay, so to those teachers in the Philippines who are actually teaching field study subjects courses, I think this is also a good, oh, how should I call it? Uh, a good tool where we can able a tool and a platform where we can use to be able to collate, where we can able to create a repository of files for our students in terms of their artifacts, in terms of their outputs, etc. So in here, we can able to include Google Calendars, as I have mentioned a while back. Okay, so that students cannot be able to miss the activities, okay, for the episodes that they will be doing, okay. So at least from time to time, they are updated, okay. So for example here, this is, I think these are files, okay. So students, once they access this Google site, they just have to click this file, then it will be directed to that specific file, okay, for example, then they can now able to download this file, okay. So the beauty of Google site is that we are trying to create a collection of files, bringing them all together here in the Google site so that students, or of course your teachers, colleagues can be able to access and share also with these files. All right, so with this kind of e-portfolio, then I believe we can able to address also the constraints that we are experiencing right now in these challenging times. We are trying to create a material that could be that could support also regardless of uh, modality. Okay, so are there some rejoinders or Julius, if you would like to share something on how to develop in portfolio?
Yes, Sir Reggie. So that was a good demonstration, Sir Reggie. So at this point in time, probably this time at this moment, I would like now to synthesize what we have been telling you a while ago, what, the why, and the how of e-portfolios. Okay. So basically, what is an e-portfolio? A portfolio is a collection of work, pieces of evidence in an electronic format that showcases learning over time. Okay? So when you think about your e-portfolio and the types of evidences that it contains, it is important to think carefully about its purpose and what is it intended for, like your audience. And that is very, very important. Another thing that I would like to point out here is that an e-portfolio may contain all or some of the following. Number one, files of various formats. And when I say files of various formats, this could be in a form of text, pictures, and videos like that. Evidences related to courses taken, program of study. It's like field study course 1, field study course 2, um, TLED courses, and like that, and the like. These are some of these are some of the contents of an e-portfolio. Another thing is, for example, like writing samples. Probably you are good in writing and you are enthusiast in that field, in that particular aspect, and you would like to showcase your outputs. Probably now you can now start your blogs, or if not a blog at that, you can create your own e-portfolio or your own site wherein you can showcase your creativity because you want to share the content or the style of your writing that you would like to deliver to the audience. Another thing is that you can also include in the portfolio, like for example, projects prepared for class or projects that these students have created. so that even without coming to school, because here in our school we have students um, abroad, and we call them exchange students. We have students from Indonesia, we have students from other countries, and so that technically at this point of the pandemic, they cannot come to the Philippines and travel. And how are they submitting all of their activities? How are they submitting all of the required outputs in order to pass the program or the course? It is by encouraging them to come up with an e-portfolio. Evidences of creativity and performance are also things that are clearly included in an e-portfolio. Evidence of extracurricular or co-curricular activities, including examples of leadership, evaluations, analysis, and recommendations. Look how bulk the data and all of the things that we can put into one portfolio. And with just one click, we can now have access to all of these things that we could have included in the portfolio. Of course, you can add more. Of course, you can put even more. But as long as you are creative in organizing, so that because the very purpose of a portfolio is to organize the collection of anything that you would like to have later on. That is the purpose of an e-portfolio. Okay, and it was also seamlessly discussed a while ago that there are several types of e-portfolio. Of course, number one, it showcases professional e-portfolios. We have shown to you, we have demonstrated to you what an example of professional e-portfolio a while ago. These e-portfolios are primarily a way to demonstrate and to showcase the highlights of a student's academic career performances. And great examples of showcase e-portfolios here has been demonstrated a while ago by Professor Reggie Farber, wherein he opened his e-portfolio, and there you were able to see samples of outputs from his students. Okay? Another thing is that e-portfolio can also function as a learning e-portfolio. So the first one is professional e-portfolio. The second one is learning e-portfolio. These portfolios are typically created by students. So you see, it is not only us teachers who are creating a portfolio, it is not only us preparing a portfolio to give them a good content so that they won't be able to doing scavenger hunting over the net to look and to read for the topics. What do? Is we organize the topics already and we put all of these things in the portfolio. But later on, what learning have manifested among our learners, we also encourage our learners to develop their own e-portfolio, and that is true to the field study courses that our students are already working, and some of them have already finished and they are done building and creating their e-portfolio. We can see the artifacts of their outputs. We can see their outputs. We can see evidences of what they have worked on and they have been doing in the field study courses. We can see pictures, we can see videos, we can see reflections, and all of these things are very easy enough for us to validate and to assess the learning that has taken place from our learners. And of course, the third type of e-portfolio is what we call assessment or the general education e-portfolios. By simply looking at this, we can already see and we can see the substantive role of assessment in this particular aspect of our type of e-portfolio, because using we are using several strategies and how to really assign points to all of the contents that has been added into the portfolio. One thing is we have a rubric that we have created, that we had crafted, and this rubric before we let our learners gather their artifacts, their informations or their artifacts, we will explain to them the grading system in a form of the rubrics. Okay, so an e-portfolio can be created by a faculty, as teachers, anybody of you who would like to organize your portfolio later on. You can do that, and students who are they do not need to print anymore a lot of documents. They do not need anymore a lot of scanning. They do not need to do a lot of designing, just like this scrapbook. Okay, you just put everything in the e-portfolio, send us the link, and now, even if they are in Indonesia, even if they are away from us, we can already check it. Even if we are traveling, we can, and if we have extra time, we can already validate the outputs of our students, and that sums up the discussion about creating an electronic e-portfolio, particularly on the topic e-portfolio development using Google Workspace for education. And now I am bringing you back, Sir Reggie, because we have one more topic to discuss with you, which is timely and relevant. And this is about building your own website using Google Sites. Sir Reggie?
Okay, so thank you very much, Professor Julius, for calling me back. So you have seen here on how to create an e-portfolio. So definitely this is a good platform or a tool that we can able to create so that we can able to monitor the students' progress to our subject. And of course, why we are talking here Google Site actually. So Google Site is just a tool in the Google Workspace. So there are tools. This Google Workspace for Education, actually, we are talking here is that this is an integrated tools where we can able to use so that we can able to promote the different forces in the 21st century education. So we are actually promoting here collaboration, communication, creativity, and critical thinking. So what I have presented and demonstrated a while back is the outputs of my students and the part of e-portfolio, and that we can able to convert this e-portfolio into a feasible website. Okay, so to do that, we are going to discuss first on how to create a website, and of course, on how we can able to build this so that anyone with the link can be able to access our website. Okay, so I will stop sharing for a while and then I'll go back to my presentation. Okay, so Sir Shawan, please allow my screen. Uh, Sir Showman, please allow my screen share. My Okay, all right. So we are now moving to our next session, which is building your own website using Google Sites. Okay, so a while back, Sir Professor Julius has demonstrated and as well as explained to us the the importance of creating e-portfolio. Now we're trying to create now, or possible, we can able to transform the e-portfolio using Google Site into a website. That could be, let's say, educational website, and that could be accessible by your students, by the parents, by the administrators, by your colleagues, anyone who is interested in this tool or in this platform. Okay, so building your own website using Google Sites. We all know that in today's digital world, the internet is flooded with various types of websites already. There are many websites, and new ones are popping every day, actually. And it is estimated that there are more than 1.25 billion websites on the web. So these websites are scattered on the World Wide Web, like stars in the galaxy. There are just too many of them. There was once a time when the sites were already text-based. So before, when we used to program, no, so shout out to those uh, website developers. We have to actually program and code, do some programming to build a website. But today, with the use of these platforms such as Google Sites, we can just drag and drop to create a website. And definitely that will be the content and focus of my discussion after Sir Julius. Okay, so what is actually a website? So we all know this is a collection of web pages. Okay, so website is different from web pages. So just like a book, so if you flip a book, the page of the book, we are actually referring the pages to web pages. And this collection of web pages, we are actually referring to the website. So this website is a collection of web pages, usually containing hyperlinks, okay, so to each other and made available online by an individual, okay, take note of that, individual, company, educational institution, government, or organization. So all of these institutions that we have, they are actually developing their websites. So another definition, it is a collection of publicly accessible interlinked web pages that share a single domain name. So what is this domain name? Okay, so we are going to tackle that. Okay, so website is also known as a web presence, or simply we call it as site. Okay, uh, so websites can be created and maintained by an individual. So you as our participants, you can able to create your own website using Google Sites. And as a group, if you are in an organization, you can able to create your organization's website. And if you have a business, if we have participants here who are interested in creating or building a website, this is a good opportunity for us to create also, to learn and how to create a website. And organization as well, and it will serve a variety of purposes. Okay, so what are the purposes of website? Definitely the very core or the primary uh, reason why we are creating website is actually we are simply presenting or sharing or displaying information of content or selling products or services to reach the mass audience online. Okay, so if you would like to create a text, and if you would like to promote this text visible online, then that's a website already. If this site can be published and it is accessible by anyone, then we consider this as a website. Because the very reason is you are just sharing or displaying an information, a content. So if this content is transformed into buying, selling, no, so these are types of websites with different purposes. Okay, so let's take a look with the different types of websites. Okay, so we have here blogs. Okay, so if you are into uh, sharing your daily routine, your recipes, your something like workouts, no? Those who are sharing their motivations, etc. So these are blogs, okay? Personal style, sharing their personal favorite recipes and others. This is blogs. So business, corporate websites, NGO or non-profit websites, okay? So e-commerce websites, so we are used to that. With this pandemic, we are actually yeah, surfing the net and we would like to buy items from the internet. Then these are actually e-commerce websites like Amazon's, like that. And educational websites. So that is actually the focus of my discussion for today, the educational website, entertainment websites, portfolio website, as just demonstrated by Sir Professor Julius a while back, and social media websites, of course, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, etc. Forums and news sites. Okay, so these are actually types of websites. And to have a glimpse and let we are enlightened, what are these websites actually? A website can be accessed directly by entering the URLs, its URL address, or by searching it on the search engine such as Google or Bing. So, di ba? We are trying to access a certain page and then, or a name, and then we try to, let's say, type www.facebook.com. Okay, so .com. So what are these .com? For example, if you are typing a school website, okay, for example, www.mmsu.edu.page. So there is that what you call edu, that is that com, that there is their gov, there is that page. So these are actually the different level domain names. So these domain names are actually the categories of these websites. So if we are talking about educational websites, this could be pertain to edu websites or edu domain names, okay? So there are steps on how to create or build a website. and it should always be anchored to the Addi model presented by us by Sir Professor Julius a while back. So these steps actually are just simple steps that you as participants can be able to create now at right and the convenience of your own monitors or your own laptops. So here are 9 steps. Choose the right website builder for you. Okay, so there are actually different website builders that offer website developers like this, like that, and it could be for free, and of course the opposite of free, which is it could be you have to pay for something. Okay, so which website builder should I use, or what is the easiest way to build a website, or uh, what is the best website to build a website, or what is the best way to build a website? So these are questions that we would like to reflect onto ourselves. Okay, so I am telling that there are different website builders. Okay, so like for example, Google Sites. Okay, we have Wix, we have WordPress. Okay, so these are examples of website builders. And that could be free or non-free. You have to pay for website builders. And you have to sign up for a plan that suits your needs and budget. So you have to consider your budget. So if you opt to choose a website builder that will pay you, that will, yes, that will require some financial assistance or whatsoever. So you have to consider your budget and choose a unique and relevant domain name. So this is the domain name. What I'm talking about, the domain name is the name of your site, the name of your website that you're going to build. Okay, so the domain name is the unique address of your website. For example, let's say Regifabro gtrainerdemo at google.com. Let's say, for example, because I have a trainer domain in Google. Okay, so you need to pick one of your site, which can be done easily through your website builder. And of course, if you opt to pay, then they will give you the design templates, and then you can choose the template that you love, and then upload and format your own content, choose and download applications, preview and test your website, and publish your website on the internet. Actually, these are the steps when you try to buy for a website builder. But for this, we are actually sticking to the Google site as a tool, as a platform to build our website. Okay, so building a website using Google Sites. So we have already the knowledge and skills on how to drag and drop the tools in the Google Site canvas, in the Google Site environment, as Professor Julius have demonstrated a while back. Okay, so what we are going to do now is that I'm going to transform or use his project, which is the e-portfolio, and convert that to educational website. Okay, so what is that, or how it would look like? No, so okay, so let's have a demonstration on how to build a website. Okay. Okay, so I will stop sharing my presentation and let me go back to my Google site tool in the Google Drive for a while. All right. Okay, so here I am now here in my Okay, so Sir Shawan, please allow my screen to Okay, now I am here in my Google Drive. Okay, so again, Here, to create a Google site or to create a website using Google Site, we just have to head to our Google Drive and then click the new button and then locate for the Google Drive. Or you just have to right click any part of the Google Drive and then you just have to look for that Google site. So what I have mentioned a while back, I am going to transform this e-portfolio created by Professor Julius a while back. Okay, so this one, he just created this one a while back. Okay, so assuming that we have now inserted the tools, I mean the content, because basically a while back we have just demonstrated with you on how to insert Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets, what else? Google Calendar, Google Maps. So these are just tools you can see here on the right part of your screen. Okay, so I believe you know now how to insert these tools in your Google Sites. So what we're going to do now is that we are going to furnish this one in a way it would look like a website. Okay, so for this header, I would like to change it into, let's say, this one. Okay, so as you can see, the Google site is adjusting its readability, and of course, you can now see here the different pages. Okay, so I would like to delete some menus that he had, Professor Julius created a while back. So classroom resources, professional development, partner and programs. Okay, so we're trying to create an educational website, and the e-portfolio there, the e-portfolio that we have created are just here. They are intact here. They will not be deleted. It will just be placed here, but we are going to customize so that it would look like an educational website. So, okay, classroom resources, professional development, and professional programs. So these are the menus. Okay, so if I would like to create, this is the classroom resources menu created by Sir Julius a while back. And if I would like to create a sub page for this, I will just click the three dots here, which means more options, and then click add subpage. Let's say resources, ICT resources, and another page will be created. And as you can see, there is a drop down arrow here that would indicate that this menu here contains subpage. Okay, so this is the ICT resources page, and you go back to the insert and then click. You are now going to design. You are now going to put or insert the tools that you would like to insert here in this page. Like for example, text. Like for example, a layout like this one. Or let's try select image, and then of course in the image it will give you Indonesian. Okay, this one. And then the text. Like this. So I'm putting some contents. Okay. So if I would like this picture to be placed at the right part, then I can just move it like this. Drag and okay, so like that. So you can able to adjust, drag, and reposition the tools here in your canvas. Okay, so now I see the resources, going back to the pages, and then I see the resources. Okay, and then personal development. So if I would like this professional development to be a sub-page for classroom resources, that would be possible. So I would love to put that in the classroom resources. I will just hold it like this. Okay, before moving to the classroom resources, I would like to show with you the different options. Once I click the more options, you can able to make this as a home page. You can able to duplicate this page. You can able to uh, set the properties. Like for example, if you would like to rename the title, and you can able to put this as add subpage, or if you don't want this page to be accessed by your viewers, then you can just hide from navigation, or you can permanently delete this subpage. Okay. um, Partners and programs. Okay, so there are no contents yet. Okay, so right now I am trying to drag and drop here, then it becomes now a subpage. I just have hold it tight and then uh, move it, drag it to the upper part or the upper of ICT resources. Then it became a subpage. Okay, so in a website, like for most websites, there are actually submenus that we can able to see. Like for example, academic programs. Then if you try to access the academic programs, for example, you will see there the admission, you will see there the procedures, you will see there the programs in the different levels or different departments. Okay, so that is what this is how it would look like. Like for example, in the classroom resources, there are submenus here. Okay, so here in the settings, okay, if you are going to click the settings, it will show you different options like navigation down to announcement banner. Okay, for navigation, if you would like the mode to be aside, if you choose side, what will happen to our menu is that it will go there in our to this part left, upper left part. So what will happen to that? Let's try to see. Okay, so this is how it would look like now. Okay, so it's kind of minimalistic. Am I yes? So another way is that if you would like, let's just choose top. Okay, so if you would like to make the menu a white, it has a white background or a black background, then that could be possible. Okay, and then the brand images. What are these brand images? The brand images you can able to upload if you would like. If you have a logo, of course, many educational websites they have their logo. Okay, so let's select a logo. Okay, so I have here a logo. So there you can see now here in the upper left part where we have now the logo. We can able to put here a caption. So actually this part is where some readers cannot, some people cannot able to see the logo, but by this we can able to let them know what is this logo all about. So let's say this is College of Teacher Education. Okay, and then we can able to choose colors here for our theme. By the way, the Google site has created, or it has a new feature to customize your own theme. Later, we will be going to these themes tool later on. And you just have to click here what is your theme or the color of your theme, okay? And then what is this favicon or Fab Icon? Okay, so the Fab Icon, just like when you browse YouTube, when you browse Wikipedia, when you browse Facebook, you see there the icons in the tab, no, the small icons. Okay, just like here, the StreamYard, the one that we are using here with the IGP and the Google site, the icon here, and the icon here for Google Drive. These are what we call Fab Icons. So if your institutions or if your organizations have uh, icon or logo, we can able to put that. Okay, so for example, Fab Icon, I would like to insert again that icon. There you can see this image now. Remember, this icon should be in a bitmap image, or it should be a PNG file, portable network graphics image file. Okay, so that it would look like a logo. Okay, so there is another topic for that, for creating logos. Okay, so now I have created, I have uploaded now a Fab Icon. So what's that Fab Icon? Let's try to see the preview of this Fab Icon. Okay, so let's try to preview it. Okay, so I think we are going to publish it so that we can able to see the development of this website that we are trying to build. So to publish your website, you just have to click the publish button right there, and then web address. I think it's asking for a web address, e-portfolio, equivalent. Okay, so this will be, let's say, the name of our school, college, MSU, C, CPE. Okay, like that. So let's assume that this is the web address. Actually, the web address, this will be the, as you can see here, this is the name of your address. Okay. Remember, we are using, or we are building a website out of Google site, and that is for free. But if you would like to have a unique domain name, then we have to pay for that. Okay, so I have mentioned a while back, we have different website builders where we can able to buy our domain names. Then that is another training. Okay, so let's take an advantage of using Google site, because this is free, and that this is secured, and this is good to everybody. Okay, so now I have created here a web address, and who can view my site? So let's try to see this manage portion here. Okay, so I think there is a permission here. Okay, I would like to discuss with you this one. Right now, I'm actually building the site, the Google site, and it's actually the draft. I am in the draft phase. Okay, so if I would like to uh, restrict this to limited persons, then I can enable it, make it to restricted. If not, if I would like, or allow my organization to, uh, because it says here, anyone on the internet with this link can edit. So that means if I'm going to share with you this file, then everybody, okay, all our participants here can be able to access this file and can be able to see or edit this file. However, I have not yet shared it with you. So this one draft, and if I would like to make it restricted, then only to limited people, to a certain people, anyone with the link, or to my organization, to my institution, or I would love also to remove the link so that nobody or anyone cannot be able to access or edit this file. So I'm putting it to anyone with the link. So that is in the draft phase. However, if now we are into the publish site, the publish site would refer to the complete and published site. So if I would like to show this, I mean, once this Google site is published, then everybody can be able to see it. If I would like to make it visible only to my organization, then all the people who has access to my organization can be able to see only this site, this Google site. Okay, so I think that is good enough if we are creating a website intended only for our members of the organization. Okay, but if you would like to share the website visible to anyone regardless of accounts, then let's make it to public. Okay, so let's click it done. And then, how about this one? Request public search engines to not display my site. Okay, of course, that is our agenda for today. That is one of our agenda for today to make this search, this site visible to anyone. So let's try to publish. Okay, so it's now publishing. All right. So that's not yet the end. We're going to go back to the publish button here, and we have here the drop down arrow. And of course, here there are options. Okay, so here, publish settings. Okay, so we have just demonstrated that. Review changes and publish. Okay, so this is a good idea also, or this is a good discussion. If you would like to, if we are collaborating or creating a website with our colleagues, you made them collaborators, then for at least five of your colleagues have access to this draft, and you are collaborating. There is one who is in charge in designing for the homepage. There is one who is designing for the classroom resources. There is one who is designing for the partners and programs, and etc. So here in the review changes and publish, you can able to see here the activities or the activities created or done by your collaborators. And if that's so, if times that there are changes and you would like to revert back the previous versions of your Google site, I mean this draft, no, you can be able to go back to the previous versions, to the previous draft. Okay, so that's the beauty of using Google Site. Okay, for now, because we have published already the Google Site, you have seen that a while back that I have already published. Therefore, there are no changes. But if there are modifications or tweaks done by my moderator, by my collaborator, which is Professor Julius, it will display here the activities. Okay, and publish and view publish site. So this one, view publish site, this is now the actually the final stage where you can able to view now your site. Okay, so like for example, now that we have created the let's assume that we are done with all the contents, with all the designs, with all the videos, because basically we have demonstrated that in the e-portfolio. So the way we designed in the e-portfolio is similar also in building, creating the website, such that it will just differ from the content, of course, because for the e-portfolio, it showcases the repository of files or the collection of files, artifacts, by our students. But for the educational website or to our website, this probably would contain your vision, mission, the agenda, the calendar, the activities, school activities of your school. Perhaps you can also include here some resources that might benefit our teachers for instruction, like for in the delivery of instruction. So if there are team teaching in the online, then they can be able to access this website so that teachers can be able to just download the files. Okay. Right, I have showed a while back on how to get the link of a Google folder, a folder from the drive, and embed it to your Google site. So that is just the way on how to display or showcase the files to our teachers, so that teachers, your colleagues, can be able to access your Google site. Then they just have to download these files. So gone are the days that teachers can no longer share with you the flash drive and then copy and paste your materials by using our Google site. It's just creativity and, of course, the way you organize and you curate the files. Then definitely you can be able to maximize all these tools to build a website. So okay, so I think this is how we just design a website. And of course, before I forget, there is also here, what is that again? I'm trying to locate the Okay, here, the footer, of course. Okay, the footer. So since we have header here in our, on top of our screen, then there's also a footer here. So what usually contains in the footer, of course, the other information of your uh, institution, like for example, tel number, uh, let's say email address, like that. No? So we can able to do that and put here in our footer. Okay, so I'm trying to put some content text here. Okay, and of course you can able to customize the design by clicking here. What is this one? A palette, something like a palette icon. No, we can able to change the color like this. Okay, so a while back, remember we have chosen the green one. Where can we find that? Here in the settings, and we can find that here. So if you would like to make it red, or what is this one? Red. uh, okay. Mhm. So that depends to your creativity, that depends to your design, that is all right. Okay, so if not, if you would like to upload an image here, then that would be possible, of course. You just have to go there and then, let's say this one. Mhm. Okay, let's try another one. This is just one way on how to design our footer. Let's have this. Okay. That's it. So there is now a footer with a background image on it. Then we just have inserted a text like that. And of course, in between of the header and footer, of course, your content. And the content depends on your title, which is partner and programs. Possible you can able to insert here the different programs offered by your institutions, or the network and linkages of your institution, and among others. Okay, so that is how we just design and develop our website. And here in the themes, this one I was telling a while back, a Google before, a Google site has I think 6 default themes. What are these themes? If you try to select this one, Diplomat, it will actually be reflected on our design. Okay, Aristotle, like this one. So if you try to choose these colors, then definitely it will change the way it's designed, like that. And if you opt to change the font style, okay, so this is what will happen. Okay, so again, these are themes. Okay, these are themes, and it's up to you on how you're going to design your website. Remember, in the Addi model, design is important. That is, we are trying to integrate the different elements like visual text, images, videos, etc. Okay, so that model is cyclical in nature. It's cyclical because from time to time you go back and you edit again, and then even you are now 75% done, you go back again. So it's a cyclical process. So here, it's a custom. We can now able to customize our own theme, like for example, a sample theme. Okay, and then if you would like to put a logo for this theme, for your theme, then that would be possible. And then add a banner image. Let's say banner image. I'm just selecting random images for the benefit of this session, for the benefit of this training, just to see how these designs would look like after this customization. Then preset colors, custom colors. Okay, so these are just colors that you would like to select. Okay, so I'm selecting this one, and then next. It will ask you also what type of font face are you going to use. Let's say Roboto and black. And then let's just leave it like this for the body and text. Then create theme. Okay, so in the create theme, as you can see, this is now the image that I have created and the logo is there now. Okay, so I have customized the font face, the text, etc. And of course, every time you have to create another page, then it will reflect. Okay. Okay. So as you can see, I have created another menu. A while back, we have just only 3, and now it's 4. And here, the image I have created or customized in the themes, it will just adapt and adapt and adapt, or it will just apply. Okay. So now we can be able to build our own website using Google site. Okay. And in the Google site, we can be able to use the different tools. Actually, we call it the Google Workspace. So the Workspace contains a lot of tools that we can able to use for. Remember, it's up to us on how to design. It's up to us on how to develop. It's actually within us and how we can able to design our own educational website, etc. Now, the part that we can able to the e-portfolio I was telling a while back, nasa here. Okay, so with this e-portfolio, okay, created by our first speaker a while back, we can use this. We can able to get the the code, something like that. I mean, yes, the URL and the address bar. And then let's go back here, okay? And then let's go to the pages. Like for example, we put that to our linkages. Let's say e-portfolio. E-portfolio. Okay? We can actually put it here, like in a sense, we have to highlight it like this and then insert link and apply. Okay, so this text now would become clickable. If not, if it will be directly, okay, so this custom path is not applicable for this one. Okay, let's look for another one, add a page. Okay, so I guess okay, so here I have inserted the link of the e-portfolio. Then let's just apply and then let's try preview. And then for the e-portfolio, and it will directly, of course, it will be redirected to the e-portfolio we have created a while back. Okay. All right. E-portfolio. Okay, so once again, for the collaborators, if you would like to collaborate with your colleagues, then you just have to type their emails there, and then be aware of this, anyone with the link here, I mean the restrictions, the permission settings. For this one, we are in the draft phase, and once it is published, make it sure that this is for public purpose or for public, so that everybody can be able to access or view our website. And what's more? Okay, so I think that, okay, so I think brand images, viewer tools, analytics. Okay, so for the analytics part, I think this is a metrics on how it will see the statistics of your websites in terms of insights, viewers, etc. But this is another discussion for all of us. Announcement banner. For example, if there is emergency banner, or I mean emergency announcement, that you would like to input in your Google site or in your website, then we can able to do that. Like for example, show banner and then color banner. Let's say this one, announce message, uh, announcement, button label. Uh, okay, this is the URL a while back. I just have copy and pasted here, and then open in URL. Okay, homepage only. So let's try. What will happen to that? Okay, so there is this is the announcement banner. Then if you would like to click on this one, it will go to the e-portfolio created by your students. Or if not, if you would like to redirect to another page where it contains the announcement per se, then that could be possible. And that ends our topic expanding our virtual classroom to using Google Workspace. Okay, so in expanding our classroom using Google Site, using Google Workspace, we were able to develop an e-portfolio, a collection of files, a repository of files, outputs of our students. In a way, it is organized. In a way, you can able to monitor the progress of your students. And out of this, we can able to create a website that contains resources, that contains uh, files of course, information about your education, your institution, organization, etc. Okay, so it's just a matter of creativity and how we are going to design and develop. All the tools are right here in our Google site. It's just that we should know the skills and how to embed the code and how to share the files to anyone, to restricted, to your organization, etc. So these are the totality of our demonstration, discussion on expanding virtual classroom using Google Workspace. Okay, Sir Showman. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Thank you for such a wonderful session. So can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Thank you, sir, for such a wonderful session.
Yes, sir.
Now it's time to quiz competition. After quiz competition, we have moved for Q&A. And after Q&A, we move for certification process. Dara. এর রাফসানকে বলো তো টিভিটা বন্ধ করতে, তাড়াতাড়ি যাও। যাও না তাড়াতাড়ি। তাড়াতাড়ি যাও না। Hello, Salma apa kau gini gue hendak? Yang ikut competition में होता है इन holiday कुछ competition में था क्या? Question answer ना दिवन तो नहीं? Salma, अच्छा, apa holiday ना? दुखे?
Next question is, which of the following permission setting has a full access to Google site project? And the time is running to 1. And which one is correct? 90% participant are right. Editor is just answer. And the next question is, and the first one is Christina. Our next question is, which is not a feature available in Google site to help customize the site? And the question is, Our next question is which is not feature available in Google site to help customize the site, and the option is page navigation and widget. Which one is the correct? Time is running now. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, and start. 79 participant is correct. And the first one is now Romel, John, second is Dennis, and third one is Villar. Our next question is you can insert a GIF image file in Google site. True or false? Time is running. Now 3, 2, 1, and the correct answer is and the 82 participants are right and the correct answer is false. And 80% are incorrect. It's time to move our next question. I think the network, it is the network. So our next question is there are three main dimensions or variations in portfolio. Is it right, true, or false? Which one is correct? And the first one is Romel, John, Dennis, and third one is Rosella. And we already completed 5 questions. Our next question is I think there is some network issue. Sorry for that. Next question is there are three main dimensional variation in e-portfolio. True or false? Which one is correct? The time is running. 5, 4, 3, and 83% participants are true, and the 70% participants are like the false. Which one is correct? I think there is some network issue. Sorry for that. Uh, it's time to move our next question. And the right answer is true, and 83% participants are click the true. Congratulations, 83% participants. And the first one is Dennis, second one is Noang, then third one is Roseller. It's time to move our next question. You can duplicate a page in Google Site but cannot modify the contents. And there is two options, true or false. Time is running. Please click the right answer. Is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time is finished and the right answer is false and 62% participants are correct. And the first one is Dennis again, then Noang, then Sherwin, and it's time to move our seventh question. Is the next question. You can add charts in your Google Site projects. Is it true or false? Which one is correct? And time is running. Please click the quickly. Please click the right answer quickly. And 100% participants are click the true and 0% is false. And the right answer is uh, we are waiting for the right answer. And the right answer is, I hope there's something network issue. Sorry for that. And the right answer is, which one is the right answer? And the right answer is true and 100% participants are correct. No one is incorrect. And the first one is Dennis again, Noang, Sharin. It's time to move our next question. A website is also known as a web presence or simply site web page. Which one is correct? True or false? And time is running. 3, 2, 1. And it's finished. 92% participants click the true and the right answer is also the true. Congratulations 92% participants. And the first one is again Dennis, then Noang, then Shoreen. It's our ninth question. It is a type of website that showcases personal style and shares routines. And option is blogs, social media. Which one is correct? Is 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is finished. And the right answer is 81% participants are clicked blogs and the 81% participants are correct. Again, Dennis is first one and Noah, then Sherwin. And our last question, those are websites where users can shop and make purchases. And the option is entertainment website, e-commerce websites. Time is going fast. Click the right answer, 3, 2, 1 and time is finished. An e-commerce website is the true. Sorry, is correct. And 96% participants are correct. And congratulations. The first one, Danish Guntho Sarso. Second one is Noang. Third one is Sherwin, and fourth Carlo Mucco, and congratulations top 10 webs. Congratulations top 10 winners. We will first one is Janice Noang, then third one is Sherwin, Carlo, fourth one is Carlo Miro, sixth one is Mean Cat, seven is Lazel, fourth is Angelita, ninth is Adrian Ponch, ten is Richard Ardeno. Congratulations top 10, and we will post our e-certificate on our page or groups. You can collect from those in 50 minutes.
Hello. Am I audible? Am I audible? I think there is, I think from my end, there is a problem with you, right? Sharma? Okay, it's almost late. So today we don't have any Q&A. We'll directly move for the certification process. Okay.
I think there is something a network issue. Sorry for that.
Salma,
Hello, ma'am. We have no question and answer question today. We have
Hello,
no post certification process.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. We have no Q&A answer question today.
Uh, did
We have
did
no
I?
post certification process.
Okay. Sorry, today we have no question Q&A session. Uh, now today's our Now, please note, dear learners, we saw that at this moment you feel difficulties with using the website. We notice all the things and working on it, which is not our problem, but is still our technical team working on it. Thanks for your patience. For the certificate, please collect the certification link and certificate code at this moment and try it in your free time. We saw that it occurs when lots of temporary problem with our hosting provider. Again, thanks for your patience. Sorry. And today's certification process, you can collect certificate from www.eduigp.com, and today's program name is expanding your virtual classroom with Google Workspace, and the code is IGP4521. Without code, no one is eligible for certificate. With code, you can claim your certificate anytime. Hello, good evening, sir. I think it's good night also.
Hi, good evening, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Hello,